In this video, we will guide you through the process of creating drafts in eOffice. Stay with us as we walk you through each step to ensure a smooth and effective drafting process in eOffice. First of all, open the Parichai portal and enter your credentials to log in. Once you've successfully logged in, you'll be redirected to the main eOffice dashboard. Once logged in, click on eFile from the main menu. Now, open the file in which you need to create the draft and proceed with drafting your communication. Before diving into the details of the draft itself, it is important to thoroughly understand the workflow associated with it, as this will provide a clear perspective on how the draft operates and its intended functionality. Creating a new draft. The process begins with the creation of a new draft. The user has two options to proceed. In Upload Content, content can either be manually typed, copied and pasted, or uploaded as a file in formats like PDF or Word. Attachments, such as any additional files or documents, can also be included. In Add Description of Letter, enter the basic information about the letter being drafted. Sending the draft for approval. After preparing the draft, the file is sent to the Draft Approver Authority. Authority Actions. The authority has the option to either edit, provide comments for required changes, and send the draft back to the creator for modifications. Approve the draft and move it to the next stage. Approval and dispatching the draft. Once approved, the draft is sent back to the draft creator, who proceeds with the dispatch process. The creator can choose a signing method from the following options: eSign, DSC, Digital Signature Certificate, InkSign. Note: NIC Punjab recommends using eSign and DSC. Now initiating dispatch. The dispatch process involves adding recipients to the draft. The recipients can be categorized as follows. Public recipients. Users can be selected from new users, existing users, groups, specific recipient groups, intra-eOffice recipients. Groups within the office can be selected. Enter eOffice or other applications. External instances or users from other applications can be added. Now selecting dispatch mode. Choose the postal mode by specifying user details. And then dispatch options. The draft can be dispatched using one of two methods. Send dispatch with follow-up. Assign due dates or decide whether the follow-up is for a section or for self. Send dispatch without follow-up. Final step. Once dispatched, the draft is successfully sent, marking the completion of the workflow. Now, click on the Draft button in the navigation bar. In the drop-down menu, you will see two options. One is Create New Draft and second is View Draft. Click on Create New Draft button to proceed. Now, on the left side of your screen, you will see a white section, which we refer to as the Content Preparation area, where your draft will be prepared. Here, you can create a draft in two ways, one by typing directly and the other by uploading a template. You can upload the template in only two formats, such as PDF and MS Word files. Now, on the left side, you will see the uploaded letter displayed. On the right side, you will find the Draft Details section, where you can fill in the details of your draft. Draft's details include draft nature, reply type, forms of communication, prefix, language, subject category, subcategory, and subject description. Let's dive deeper into the Draft Details section. First, in the Draft Nature field, you will see a drop-down menu. From this menu, you need to select one from New and Fresh. Next, move on to the Receipt Number field. Here, you need to select the receipt number corresponding to the receipt for which you are preparing the draft. This ensures that your draft is linked to the correct receipt. You cannot make changes to the reply type and prefix fields as they are predefined and locked for editing. In the Forms of Communication drop-down, you can select one option to specify the type of communication, such as a letter, acknowledgement, DO letter, or others. Now, in the Letter option, specify the language of the letter to be used for drafting the communication. Let's move on to Main Category and Subcategory. In the Main Category field, use the drop-down to select the appropriate category for your letter. Then, in the Subcategory field, type the specific subcategory that corresponds to the main category of the letter. Now, let's move to the Subject section. Here, you can define the subject of your letter by typing it in the provided field. Now, let's clarify the process of adding and editing recipients button. On this screen, you will see 3 buttons at the top. Public. Use this option to add recipients who do not have access to eOffice. Intra-Office. Use this option to add officers from within the department. Enter eOffice Other Applications. Use this option to add recipients from other applications or systems. Below this, you will find 2 buttons, User and Groups. Let's first talk about the User option. New Existing. First, select whether you are adding a new user or editing an existing user by choosing the appropriate option. Select Level. First, select the level of recipient from the drop-down menu. Choose the appropriate option, such as Ministry, Department, or Others. Next, enter the recipient's name in the Name field. And enter the recipient's designation in the respective field. In the Address field, input the complete address of the recipient. Ensure accuracy and note that you can use up to 1000 characters for this field. Now, mention the organization to which the recipient belongs in the Organization field. Select the country and state of the recipient using the drop-down menus. Choose from the listed options. Enter the city or district name of the recipient in the City-District field. This field specifies the PIN code for the recipient's address in the PIN code field. Enter the recipient's mobile number in this field. In the Email field, input the recipient's email address. Finally, specify the recipient's landline and fax number. After filling out all the required fields, click on the Add button to add the new user to the recipient list. If you click on a button in the list and then click on the Add button at the bottom, the selected person will appear on the right-hand side of the screen. The selected person will now be displayed in the main draft details section. Also, you can edit or delete the selected person by clicking on the buttons provided. If you wish to add an attachment, you can do so by clicking on the attachment button provided below. Also, attachments can be of any type, such as Word documents, PDFs, and so on. After that, the Save Draft screen will appear in front of you. Now, you will see 2 buttons below. Also, each level concerned officer can be edited, delete, and approved. If you wish to edit your draft, click on the Edit button. Otherwise, click on the Approve button. Now, a pop-up will appear indicating that once the draft is approved, you cannot make any changes. If you need to make changes, click on Cancel. Otherwise, click on Yes to approve. After this, you will receive a message saying Draft has been approved. Now, moving further down, you will see 3 buttons, eSign, DSC, and InkSign. eSign stands for Electronic Signature. DSC refers to a digital signature certificate. InkSign means printing the letter, manually signing it, and then uploading it back. In this video, we will also explain the InkSign process. Suppose we have received an official letter. In the draft module, we utilize the InkSign functionality. After completing the manual signature process on the printed document, the system provides an upload option to digitally integrate the signed copy back into the workflow for further processing. After uploading, a message will appear on your screen stating InkSign document has been uploaded. Now, click on the Confirm Discard InkSign button. After this, 2 screens will appear. The approved copy screen on the left and the signed copy screen on the right. Below these, you will see 3 buttons. Confirm, click if everything is correct. Discard, click if you wish to cancel the process. Close, click if you want to exit. Once you reach this stage, click on the Initiate button provided below to proceed with your draft. Now, 2 options will appear below: Send dispatch with follow-up and Send dispatch without follow-up. If you click on with follow-up, a notification will appear on the top notification icon of your eFile dashboard. However, if you click on without follow-up, no notification will be displayed. Now, to view the draft you have created and sent, click on the upper navbar and then click on Send. Your draft will appear at the top of the list. The small details of the draft you created will be displayed on the outer screen, such as issue number, subject, issued on, type, currently in, file number. If you wish to open and view your draft file, click on the issue number, and you will be able to see the details of your draft. Additionally, your file will also appear in the Inbox section under the File tab in the upper navbar. If you wish to view it, you can do so by navigating to that section. That's all for today's tutorial. We hope this video was helpful and informative. Thank you for watching.